you had to describe your biggest win in all this, what
Mhm.
would that win be and how would you describe it?
So the biggest win comes from that pilot course session that I did. I've invited one of like the hardest guys I've known ever to this. And he's kind of one of those stubborn, like old dogs. I've seen wrenches slip out of his hand when he's tightening stuff and it punch him right in the face. Him just spit blood on the floor and just, oh, what am I? Are you okay, dude? Do we need to go somewhere? And he's, I'm fine, don't worry, I've seen him cut his hand open, like, completely. One time we were doing a pressure test on a system, and a huge explosion happened under pressure. And it sounded like a gunshot went off. I saw there was a safety officer in the room with us, and his knees just buckled because he like almost fainted. It was so loud. And, it happened right in front of this guy's face and he just popped back up. And I thought there would just be a bloody stump there. But, that's how hard he is. He's almost indestructible. That being said, he's like a farm boy who, is kind of set in his ways and he's, salt of the earth guy. And he's the exact kind of guy I wanted this to affect. But I wondered if it would, So after doing the 2-hour course and going through it, he was kind of like, yeah, shook my hand at the end of it and went back home to his farm, which was hours away. And I just thanked him for coming out. I know that it was a long drive. But when I called him the next day, I asked him, so like, what did you think about that? Like, how did it go? And what did you think? And he goes, I really think what you're doing is very important. I think it's about time someone did something like this. So he was definitely one of the people that inspired me to make this course because he was the person directly around me that I said, everybody's going through the same kind of thing as me. But if they don't have the same tools as me, that'd be selfish of me not to share these and let people know. So he was super grateful for it. And one of the things he said to me was, you made me really understand that how that thoughts literally make our reality. That like through our thoughts about what we perceive and how we feel and all these other things, that makes us see the world. So by changing our thoughts and understanding them better, we can better understand our world in a more positive way, or at least a more rational way than being emotionally upset and seeing it through those lens. And to hear him say something like that was like, this is crazy, dude. Like it was a real like win for me because I was like, did I just give one of the most inaccessible people in the world therapy? Like, did I just give him skills for him to make those realizations himself and for him to put those together and affect his life in that way? And that was my win.